What's poppin', y'all? Fousey might be crazy, but is he wrong? Because he did his first ever collaboration stream back from his disappearance from the internet after winning, or in the lead up to him eventually winning his bodybuilding competition with none other than Neon, somebody he had slapped around and bullied years ago when Neon was just a punk kid. And he predicted Neon completely selling his soul. And I'm gonna play you guys that clip from their stream right now.
You think I sold my soul?
Illuminati puppet. You're trying to brainwash these children.
No, just to prove to you I'm not on that timing, bro. At all.
I think you are.
So you're telling me you think there's a video of me getting that?
And I cannot show you, since I'm on probation until December 19th, I cannot show you guys what happened, but let me just give you a screen capture. Yeah, even Neon's own moderator of his community said, they packed your ish for you, gang. This was the humiliation ritual. It can't get much worse than this, right? And Neon would tweet, and this was during a 24-hour live stream that he did with this girl, Chloe Parker, which we're going to get into in a little bit. But he said, I'm officially moving out of LA. I feel like I'm losing myself. So much demonic energy and things going on. I'm packing my ish and leaving tonight. Well, he would leave to New York City and do a couple of collab streams over there. But this is one of those things where you just gotta look at and think, what were you thinking? It was this girl, Chloe Parker, that organized for this, and he ended up having a falling out with her for other reasons. I'm gonna play you guys a clip from their 24-hour stream here where Chloe's mom got involved as well.
Hi, Mommy.
Chloe, it's so small. What the hell?
Yeah.
No, I'm so not okay with this. Like, actually.
Well, we're already here.
Oh my god. So dumb.
Seatbelt on. Seatbelt. We're
You
good.
guys care so much about this chat for what? Stupid.
On the audio.
Appreciate y'all for everything.
Stop, don't do that.
I will.
Don't freaking do that.
I'm saying in general.
Don't do that.
All right,
Okay,
here.
do it when we get off the plane.
Try it. Try it like that.
Someone else.
What?
Ready?
I will get off this plane right now.
Come on.
I'm not joking.
Alright. Wow. But isn't white gonna get dirty?
No, it says it's leather, so it's like, you can just wipe it down.
Wow.
Guys, by the way, I could have bought the bag myself if I wanted to. So I'm not using it for any money. I can guarantee you that I have my own money, and I would be happy to pay for it myself.
I just don't get what do these people expect out of me? Go talk to her about what? There's nothing to talk about, bro. What is there to talk about? There's nothing to talk about, bro. What's done is done.
So here, this is somewhat understandable in the beginning. They got on a very small plane, and she's just panicking about the situation. Granted, the way I look at it, hey man, if we're gonna go out of here, we're gonna go out of here. It is what it is. Now, a commercial plane is a lot safer. Getting in a plane like this, I'm a little bit spooked out. I don't know what's worse, a plane like this or a helicopter. But this is a tough situation because he would end up cutting things off with this girl, Chloe Parker. She's the one that also helped organize him having this humiliation ritual done to him, which he could have called off. And this is the problem, I think, with an individual like Neon that wants to up the ante and get bigger and better as a streamer, is that they start to blur the line between what boundaries they are and are not willing to cross. Here, he was clearly he could have just stopped in and said, yo, get these guys out of here. I'm not playing around. This is not a joke. We're not going here. But he allowed that to happen to himself, and that is irreparable damage to your personality. If you're asking me, thought daughter or son who's got a humiliation ritual like that online, I think it might be a difficult pick. I'm going with thought daughter. Y'all let me know. Well, what happened is they would end up going their separate ways, and then this girl, Chloe, would talk about how she felt about Neon and the situation between them.
Well, no, I was interested in him. I don't really, like, I am interested in him, obviously, you guys can tell, but what changed? I don't know, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
So this girl, she's I think 19, Neon is like 20, 21, and he got this chick after he had broken up with like Sam. I think Sam was her name, the previous girl. I don't know why I'm forgetting her last name. That's why. I know who she is. She was the former best friend of Jack Doherty. So he broke up with her and he got a new love interest for the stream. Now this is the problem. So he buys this chick up. You need chicks like this for content, and people are trying to say that she uses him, but this is mutually beneficial. Now, if we look at this chick's numbers, they did start cooking on Twitch. So on Twitch, if we go back to July, she was averaging 100 viewers, max 169 viewers, which is nothing to scoff at. We do not scoff at numbers like, if you can get 100 plus people to watch you on Twitch actively, you're doing something. And she's already popping. Some people will say, well, she's got like an M on TikTok. I don't know how much she's got. She's like one of those TikTok IG girls. So she's got like followers on there, hundreds of thousands. But once Neon came into the picture, you could see she went from averaging 100 in the 100s, as in 100 to 199, not 100 to 999. To October, she was averaging 600 plus. And in November, just to start, she was averaging well over 700. And this is in relation to Neon, but a lot of people kind of try to give her hate because she's in a difficult situation. Because what I think Neon is trying to run, he's trying to run the strat that DDG ran with India Love. So the strat that DDG ran with India Love is, hey, look, we're not going to be in a real relationship. They might be getting on with extracurricular activities off stream. Who knows? That's possible. But they understand that, hey, this is mutually beneficial because this is the life cycle of everything. It starts off as guy and girl encounter each other on stream. People love the content, especially if it's the male. They love the content. Then they're like, oh, are they together? Are they like going to be friends? What's going on? Anticipation phase. Then eventually something comes out of it, right? Like they announce, okay, we're together now. And then people are like, yes, let's go. They're together. And this is the end of the content because this is what happens with the audience. Now that they are together, the anticipation phase and the meeting the chicks phase and the novelty of that the audience loved so much is now gone because now that streamer is unwilling, I won't say unable, is unwilling to do that because they're in a relationship with this chick. So people start to resent the chick for basically having boundaries and not wanting that to occur on stream because she feels like it embarrasses her. And part of the audience will always say, like simped out part of the audience, like, oh, can you believe he's doing this on stream to you, etc., etc. India Love has been in the game for so long that she understands this. This chick, she doesn't understand what's real, what's not real. And I think Neon kind of like isn't all the way there with it yet either, but I think it was his idea. So I think she's like, yo, is this guy actually interested in me or not? And when he's buying her this stuff, what's going to happen? He buys her something expensive. They're going to say, oh man, you just using this guy for the bread. When a chick that's this lit, there's a lot of dudes that are throwing bread. It is what it is. She's 19. She lives in LA. There's clouded dudes. They're throwing bread. They're just chucking it. Honestly, she's kind of got to dodge the bread, really. So what does she say is like, oh, I could buy it myself, but then people take that as her being ungrateful. So she's kind of screwed from all angles, to be fair, except the fact that she did cloud up off this on Twitch angle. But I think she's just too young to understand the strat. And Neon kind of leaks the strat in the following clip I'm going to play you guys right now.
I can't be in a serious relationship right now, bro. I can't. Like, serious, meaning like fully dating. Like, I just can't. What do y'all mean, why? I have so much to do. So much traveling to do. So much things to do. At that point, it's to put someone in a relationship and you don't have the time, you're a bad person at that point. You're selfish. It's a fact, bro. If I was still on Kick and I was still in that relationship, I would have fallen off right now all my life. Wallahi, I swear to God I would have fallen off. What would I have done? If I was still on Kick, I didn't make that big move in my life, I would have fallen off. You think I wanted to switch to Twitch and give up hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, give away free paid for clipping, give away a relationship that I thought I wanted? Nope. But guess what? I threw it all away within one day. And it all worked, bro. I'm happy. I'm doing better I've ever done, making the most money I've ever made, doing the most views we've ever done. It all worked out. Gotta take risks. Got to, bro. You can't be scared, chat.
So see, he says that, and he makes it known that he broke up with Sam Frank. Yeah, Sam Frank, not Sam. I can't believe I forgot. I mean, IGD, you know, by Fousey, that song, Sam Frank. So he broke up with her. He announced this a while back. Usually the situation is, you know, maybe she leaves him or something like that. So he broke up with her, and he felt that she was holding back his content, which was probably true. This always happens. This happens to every stream relationship, every YouTuber relationship. Not every, but 99%. You have better betting odds betting on that than whatever parlay you've got for tonight. Well, fortunately, you can't bet on that. They got to do over-unders more so, like, oh, how many months will they be together, not will they stay together. So he left Kick because he wanted to be a bigger streamer. That's what he's interested in. Now, if he falls into another relationship, that's going to prevent the streams that he has with Iggy Azalea, the streams that he has meeting other chicks. And the reason why I thought this chick was on board with the strat is because whilst hanging out with her, Neon would also be meeting other chicks at parties, doing things like that, which is what the audience loves. This is a male audience. They want to see novelty. It's like when Aiden Ross was running the E-dates for other people. They want to see new chicks, him getting interested in a new chick, them not knowing whether or not they're together. This is like the male version of what, Love Island, soap opera, and they will pretend like, oh, nah, we don't care about that. That's all that. Yeah, they do. They find it entertaining as well. They just lie. But yeah, in this situation, it is 100% mutually beneficial, and this chick wasn't using him because, in all likelihood, he reached out to her. So how could she possibly be using the guy when he reached out to her? He offered her to come on stream. She's probably getting more backlash than she did before. Granted, this did help her, but I don't see a more mutually beneficial exchange than a popular streamer and a girl that is desired by a lot of his audience. It works. It works if she's famous. It works if she's online famous. It works if she's an OF chick. It works if she's a random chick off the street. If he met like a somewhat cute girl at Home Depot and she started being a guest on his streams, his numbers would be up. That's just is what it is. You throw a girl into the content, it's going to go up. However, if you just throw a random guy into the content, it's not working like that. He's got to be entertaining or something. He might get more hate than... If you throw him into a chick's content, he might get more hate than anything else because it's like, what is this guy doing here? What is he doing for you? There's going to be a lot of critiques if it's a female audience. But like I said, Wendy Ortiz is the only majority female audience that I've seen on Twitch. That's why I really support her killing. Like, she's putting on and bringing a new audience, which a lot of these other female streamers were unable to do. I'm not saying that they didn't want to or they couldn't, but it just didn't pan out that way. And I think Wendy Ortiz is just one of many that will come in the future, hopefully. I think that needs to carve out its own like lane on Twitch, just in the same way that obviously like there was the whole like quote unquote poggers community before, and then like the 2K community came in, and the 2K led to Aiden Ross, which led to kind of like academics partially to academics / Aiden Ross, leading to more like hip hop side of Twitch, which is now like this whole gigantic, I don't know, like we've got like a cauldron that we're mixing of hip hop, 2K, you know, like fashion people all coming together that were never previously on Twitch. And then I think the new one is like Wendy Ortiz being able to get chicks involved as well that are following things like that. But yeah, I think Neon, he is too obsessed with, I do think the guy tries very hard and he does make some good content, but dog, this, how does it get to like this level of embarrassment? This is just a self-respect type of thing, because DDG, I mean, India Love would know better than to do something like this to DDG, like male scrippers. That is wild. And him getting done like that, like dog, it was like they were milking a goat from behind, like lifting it up and down. It was brutal. Like seeing that, I don't know how the dude's father is seeing that. I feel like, yo, imagine you're his dad and then he pulls up, you know, his dad is pulling up, drink some chai, something like that out in Houston with his other Indian homies. And then they just start saying like, bro, isn't this your son? It's like, what do you do at that point? This isn't even about Neon. It's about your dad. Like, your dad can't even have any comebacks to the boys, or are they really the boys at that age? To the guys, to the grandpas, the uncles. He can't do that anymore because of you. It's a damn shame. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. How much bread do you think he sold his soul? I'm not gonna lie, like the whole like you can't blame LA and demonic energy when this happened under your roof, under your watch, with somebody that you chose to put on your stream and you allowed it to continue. That is not LA. That is you. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.